Your U.S. Farm Report forecast is brought to you by Zoetis. Even though calves don't wait for the perfect weather to arrive, you can count on Zoetis to be there. Share a picture of your newest calf and you could win a calving season survival kit. Enter now at calvingseason.com.
Time now for a check of weather with meteorologist Matt Yurosavik. Matt, we were in Fargo for the Northern Corn and Soybean Expo earlier this week. A blizzard hitting North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. Not fun for night travel, but welcome for an area that is still seeing dry conditions.
Yeah, Tyne, that's right. They had a lot of snow up there in the north, right across the northern Great Lakes, but we have seen still not much improvement in that drought monitor up there in that neck of the woods, and still a lot of extreme to even exceptional drought conditions. Texas, Oklahoma, back into parts of New Mexico, and still up and down the Rockies there towards the west coast. We need a lot more moisture, and we're getting closer to that spring planting season, so hopefully we can get some of that here. But if we take a look here at the root zone, we're still looking at a very dry soil back where those drought conditions have persisted, but an area that has seen improvement here up towards Wisconsin into Michigan, right down through the center of the country, Ohio and Mississippi River valleys there, parts of Tennessee and northern Alabama seeing a lot of moisture. Same thing right there in Michigan. So seen some improvement, but need a lot more, especially out in the west. And if we look at this week, it's not going to be very active, at least to start off, and that's because we're going to see a big ridge building right into the middle of the country. We're going to see a lot of warmer air moving in, still some chilly shots of air across the northeast. Could see a little bit of lake effect downwind of the Great Lakes, and then you see that little kind of trough right there in the Pacific Northwest. That's going to bring some much needed rain up to the Pacific Northwest, and then eventually you see that kind of dragging right through the middle of the country. Storm system will get going, snow to the north, rain down through the south and right through the middle of the country. Still where we're seeing a lot of that, but that's as we head towards the end of the week. So starting off on Monday, very mild and with high pressure across most of the country. Just some showers exiting with a front there in Florida, and then we're going to be watching for this storm system starting to bring some rain into the northern Cascades and some higher elevation snow out there as well. Not going far as we head into Wednesday. Still looking at rainy scenarios there from northern parts of California all the way up into southern Canada. Meanwhile, sun shining across most of the country, even across the south and east, and again just a light chance there for some light lake effect snow showers across the northeast. Then as we get towards Friday, this is when it becomes more active. We're talking about a big storm system, snow to the north, rain to the south, mild out ahead of it, but chilly air coming in back behind. So we're going to start to see that overspread as we head into next weekend. But temperatures this week above normal out ahead of that storm system, but below normal back where we are going to see a lot of that precipitation. And if we look at the precip, most of it going on across the north, but we're going to be looking at some kind of developing there in the middle and latter half of the week. And then here's the springtime temperatures, March, April, and May, above normal for the eastern 2/3 of the country and below normal in the west. Meanwhile, there's a look at the precip outlook for March, April, and May. Tyne, back to you.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, a lot happening with the markets that we didn't really get to discuss in our marketing roundtables this week, since we had that discussion on Monday from the expo. That includes the surge in commodity prices due to the war in Ukraine. But from inputs to acreage, there's still a lot to cover. So we'll head to the Northern Corn and Soybean Expo in Fargo to do that next.